Hey, what's up, guys? I haven't really been posting like daily like I usually do, and I've just been feeling kind of burned out. So I thought I'd take a couple days to just relax. Legends was kind of irritating me. I was getting hit by some mid-ladder menaces. Defense was doing poorly, not getting top 1,000 this season, obviously. But today we had a really good day. Yesterday was very poor. Like I said, got hit by mid-ladder menaces. So I thought I'd go ahead and just show you guys the replays from today because I thought it was I attacked pretty good, and I was just thought well, it makes for a better video. So we'll go ahead and start with the first replay. So on this base, obviously there's so much fireball value over here. So when we start, we want to fireball the sweeper ideally, and that is what we do. I'm going to kind of just let it go normal speed like feels like actual Legends, but place two furnaces at the back with the warden. Like, if you want him to go a certain way, like place them in a way that funnels him into a certain place. But for a corner like on this base, it doesn't really matter where you place them. Just place them just on both sides of the healers, so you can see it's not too big of a deal. And then at this time, he's not taking much damage. We don't really need to watch him fumbling over my words like an idiot. So we're gonna start mapping out our invis. So ideally, I want to go 1, 2, 3, and yeah. So 1, 2, 3, easy. Waited for that air defense to get taken out. Entire fucking top end destroyed. So sorry, I have a habit of looking at my chat when the notification comes up right there. But now we're gonna go ahead and start with our Sui and our Yetis and the giant. That was a terrible giant arrow, but we're kind of gonna just let them coast. There's not too much. We're gonna use a log launcher, obviously, for this big isolated town hall. And we're going to wait for this warden to take out the long shot and the spitter before we recall him to this bottom side. So, King's kind of taking a lot of damage, so I use a totem right here to kind of distract. Kind of wasted the totem, honestly, just because we put in ranges multi, or not a multi, sorry, it's Rico Cannon. But yeah, he's about to take out the long shot, so we're going to recall him to this bottom side. Also, always check for air mines now, because the sneezy doesn't trigger them, or air mines and bombs. So always test before. I don't know if I did, I don't remember. But yeah, and then Frost Flake is super nice with this army. It's amazing. Mainly just I find myself using the Frost Flake on the Revenge Tower almost every single attack. Almost every single one, just because it's just such a good equipment. People sleep on the Frost Flake, and it's amazing, dude. I think it's way better than, for this attack anyway, I think it's way better than the boots or the Seeking Shield. You know what I mean? I really like it. But this attack crushed, so looks good. It's actually really close on time, believe it or not. This attack's biggest issue is usually time. So let's get into the second replay. So on this base, I've actually failed this base. If a couple people who've watched the channel will probably actually remember me one-starring this base. So I usually try to use a flame flinger over to the side right here, but I kind of found it's just kind of, it doesn't get enough value. It looks like it would, but it really doesn't get as much value as you would think. So the goal for this base is to really just obviously fireball the rage, and then just kind of let the warden decide which way he goes, and kind of split the base in half almost. Because if you take out all of this, it almost splits the base in half. So then you can just send the Sui with a log launcher up one side and the warden up the other side. And I like to Sui whatever side he walks to in the beginning. It's kind of the side I like to go, because there's less defenses. He walks that way. I like to recall him back over to the side that isn't nearly as taken out. You'll see what I mean here in a second. So Yeah. So we take out these mortars, let the furnaces kind of just do their thing, and we're actually, since there's gold mines right here, we're not going to waste our ice block. And boom, fireball right to the rage. And then you see how he's walking? It kind of splits the base in half, you see what I mean? And he's walking down towards this side instead of this side over here. I'm going to let him take this multi-arch, and then I'm going to recall him back to this side and run a log launcher and stuff down the other side. So we recall him over here. Another thing, try not to waste your your furnaces if there's like a multi-arch or like a multi-inferno, because your fire mites just get killed, and like then it's just kind of pointless. Giant arrow misses the invis, which like I'm very bad at aiming the giant arrow. So if we can look at this, it's so much easier to commentate when it's replays. I feel like I attack better when I'm not recording, honestly. But we use a totem for this monolith and the scatter shot, and the log launcher actually opened up this core to the fire spitters, which was really nice. That was unintentional. We just got lucky in that aspect. But yeah, King Spiky Ball, awesome. Probably saved my healers from the bomb hive, or just my warden just dying right here in general. And then right here, this is how we deal with this. Since we saved the... Honestly, if I didn't save the ice block, we probably would have one-starred. Because, see, watch. We let this queen... We let her trigger the invis, and then we ice block her, and we wait. We wait to use... we probably would have time failed, but we wait to use the Frost Flake, and then our Rage Spell. The Rage Spell and the Queen before the ice block, that was from the Super Valk in the CC, if you guys didn't see that. And yeah, the base is crushed. Swag invis. Wraps. Pretty nice. So... let's get into the next one. Fucking time failed on this one. It was so irritating. Honestly, like, it made me so... I wasn't that angry, but like I was like, come on, man. Oh, that sucks, dude. Just got ganked by this bastard Tesla up here. You'll see it here in a second. So in this base, the goal... You could approach this base in a few ways, but I think the best way is to just fireball this multi-inferno, which is what we do, because it gets the bomb hive, the revenge tower, the other multi, and the poison. So it's really nice. I was kind of like wasteful with my balloons, because I really want... You see this like open space between these buildings and this building, like the spell factory and this gold mine. I figured there would probably be like air mines in there for healers in that kind of dead space you can see, but there wasn't. So if I didn't waste those balloons, I could have gotten that Tesla that ganked me at the end. But, you know, you don't know until you know. So I was actually really worried right here, because as you can see, there's 2 X-bows, a scatter, and a Rico cannon. And I thought the Rico cannon, scatter shot, and all the X-bows, I thought they would all be on my warden, but I misjudged the range. So I kind of wasted a totem right there. And it's kind of bad, but it doesn't... Like, the base was crushed. Like, wasn't really... Well, it was a time thing, not like a army not strong enough or didn't execute good enough thing. So now, we're actually going to go ahead and use the invis, save the ice block again, since he's working on that super dragon. That's a weird CC, by the way. I hate people who use, like, witches or, like, headhunters in their CC. It's so annoying. Like, those people are honestly gingers with absolutely zero soul. And right here, I was kind of... Well, first off, we recall him up to the top side. I really thought he was going to die, but he doesn't. So, we're going to try to use our giant arrow to trigger this invis. Really sketch, honestly, but we got the job done. That's why the giant arrow is so nice. I saw Itsu, he doesn't use the giant arrow, but Word does, and I think the giant arrow is so much better. So we keep watching the warden, and we use a troop launcher with this one, because log launcher doesn't really make sense, because the town hall is right there, and like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? So, and there's really nowhere to flame flinger, so we just use the troop launcher. Sometimes it's really nice. Like in this attack, I would say it's relatively nice. Furnaces, keeping the king at bay, the enemy king. Super Valk's rage is really nice. I think I use my rage here too. No, wait, I used it on the warden. That's just the Super Valks. Yeah, I'm retarded. My bad. My fault. But anyway, yeah, I mean, we use a totem, keep the warden alive. We actually have to use an invis again, another invis on him. And this is the bastard Tesla that gets me caught like I'm Randy Moss. And yeah, as you can see, the base is crushed, but it's just that Tesla. It was so close too. I thought I'd use the ice block on the headhunter and try to get it out, but that did not work. And the queen doesn't get it. Hella unfortunate. So let's jump into this one. This base, I had no idea what to do on this base. I really didn't. I had no idea how to approach it. It's like I made a YouTube short, and the base in the short reminds me of this one, but distinctly different. Same, but distinctly different. You know, if you look at it right, it almost looks like a... You know what? Not really. But anyway, I was like, well, you got a fireball, at least a one rage tower. So, you know, that's what you gotta do. It's just how you go about the fireball afterwards. That's the hard part, because I was like, well, I don't want to send my Sui to the bottom. They're going to get fried. So I decided to send my warden down there, and as you can see, whoa, you know I got a 94 on it, because it's not like this was a time fail. This was a straight up fail. And yeah, it was low-key annoying, because I probably should have sent my Sui down to the bottom. But fireball goes to the rage tower, and yeah, because I don't know why I sent the Sui up top. I thought it would take less damage, but I was wrong. So trigger the CC, that's fine. Send the warden down to the bottom. Sui goes in. We try to use the frost flake here in a second on this rage tower when it goes off. Kind of works. Log launcher, you'll see this one was actually super sketch. Like, this was almost a 1-star. Like, it really was. Because we popped the king's ability too early. Or it just went off, I don't remember. But look how close we are to not getting this fucking town hall. Like, that's so sketch. Like, dude, we got so lucky. We got so lucky on that attack. And then the warden, he just... Like... I say it's a time fail, or I say it's not a time fail because this enemy king would have cooked my warden for sure. And here's this one. This base I've actually seen, like, this is a really common base, and the best way to approach it is, you know, just split the base up the middle, fireball the bomb hive, send the Sui up one end, and the warden up the other. It's just the best way. Like, I don't know if there's any other way to approach this base with this army. Like, I really don't. If you notice, if you watch the channel, you've noticed that I actually added a druid to the army, and because the druid got a new buff, and I don't mind, like, having one less rocket loon for an extra, or like for a druid, not an extra one, it's just one, but it's really nice. Like, having a druid is really nice. So right here, he actually gets hella low, which is kind of scary. And we go ahead and shoot. Invis. Fireball goes to the core. And this side is less taken out, so I just recall him over there and send the Sui up there. Sorry, I don't really know if I should, like, put in 2x speed since it's a replay or not. Just let it play out. Almost put in 2x speed. The warden actually looked like he was going to perish right there. I was kind of scared, but he didn't. And you'll see on this one, I pretty much put the RC there just for the revenge tower, because he is a menace. He's with that shit like he's Dennis, and the revenge tower will literally solo your entire army. It'll solo every single healer, every single hero. It'll solo anything. Like, if it wants any building out, it'll go do it on feet by itself. The revenge tower professed and confessed to be a demon. But anyway, that's how you approach that bait. It was crushed. This one was actually also really close on time, which is unfortunate. In this base, this is the attack that irritated me the most, and it's because I should have 3-starred it. I've 3-starred this base so many times, because you can fireball this rage tower pretty easily. Like, it's really not that hard. But I opt for the Flame Flinger, and now the Flame Flinger is kind of ass. Like, using totems to distract for the Flinger is... Like, I'm not even going to use a flinger with totems anymore, because I have to use, like, 4 totems for fucking 1 Flame Flinger. Because, like, look, like, now he's in the range, the Flinger is, and watch. The reason I tried to save a totem for the ward, or I tried to, like, use all my totems for the Flame Flinger, and I was being stingy, and I didn't use one to save this Warden. And he goes to auto ability, as you'll see, because look how, dude, look, I already had to use another one, and it's just ridiculous. And this Warden decides to stop attacking the Rico can, starts to pick a fight with the fucking Minion Prince like an idiot. So I even use a rage spell. It just isn't enough, because I didn't want to use a totem, because I had to use another one for this Expo, and I should have either pre-placed the rage, or I should have just used a totem, because let's pretend he gets this Ricochet Cannon out. You would let him walk over to get this Super Wizard Tower, and then you would pop fucking Invises like this. Here, I'll show you. Hold up. I'm away from get down. You'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, there was a spitter here, so you'd go 1 Invis on this Ricochet Cannon, this Tesla. You go 1 Invis on this Super Tower, or the Super Wizard Tesla. 1 Invis on this Multi-Inferno, Builder Hut, and Monolith. And 1 Invis on this, I've lost it. Fire Spitter. And then your Fireball goes to the core, and you get the entire core out. But, obviously, I let the Warden go to auto ability, so we're just going to go ahead and speed this up. We recover it pretty nicely for getting absolutely no value. We kind of use the Frost Flake on the core, and then I remember, oh yeah, I have Earthquakes, so we use Earthquakes on the core. And in all honesty, it wasn't that bad for messing up the Fireball that bad. So yeah, like, if you would see this base, just don't do what I do, but place the Invises like I said, and let him walk, and you'll shoot the Rage Tower, and you'll be chill, and you'll 3-star, and then you'll feel like the man, and then you can post it to your clan in the chat and be like, look at this nasty Fireball Mikey taught me how to shoot. And then they'll be like, damn, that's really cool, bro. And on this one, I tried to Fireball the Rage as well, which was kind of, like, risky. Honestly, like, I don't know, I just didn't even really care. I was like, fuck it, we're gonna try it. I don't think I hit the Rage Tower. I don't think I did, but we 3-starred anyway. So, use the 2 Furnaces. We kind of split, like, the top end, so to make sure he doesn't walk over here or whatever. And I really wish he would have if he would have targeted the long shot on this attack, we could have probably fireballed the Rage Tower and got the entire core except for that Multi-Inferno by the CC. But, you know, the Warden, sometimes he has autism. So, like, look how close he is to the long shot. He could literally, like, I don't understand why he wouldn't go pick a fight with the long shot, but on the last one he picked a fight with the Minion Prince and got his ass beat. So, I have no idea why. But we rage him because it's sketch. We use a totem because it's sketch. And we ice block right here in a second. Because I'm like, well, shit, he's not going to go for that long shot because the long shot's almost dead. So we go Invis, 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 and I really tried to get it to this Rage Tower, and I did not. It went to the Fire Spitter, which I don't really know why, because I'm pretty sure that Rage Tower was closer. Because, like, Warden, Rage Tower, Warden, oh, maybe it was, no, it was the Spitter, because Warden, Spitter, Warden, you know what I mean? Like, I think that was kind of some bullshit. Doesn't really matter, though. We got pretty much the entire core. What pissed me off was the Revenge Tower. Like, we didn't even, didn't even hit it, except for the giant arrow. So we recall up top, and we send our Sui downward with a log launcher. The log launcher was, I thought it was going to be more sketch than what it was, just because there's a king, a minion prince, and once again, we used the fucking Frostflake for the Revenge Tower. That is the only reason why I used it right there, was just for the Revenge Tower. And, you know, keep an eye on the Warden. Use a totem when you need to. Like, right now. Right now we use a totem up there, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And the CC gets the Town Hall, and the RC goes over, and the Queen meets up with the Warden. And they go 3-star the base for me, which is kind of tech. But yeah, I swear that Rage Tower was closer. Like, on Diddy, bro. On Diddy. And this base, I've attacked this base before. Still no idea how to approach it. No clue. I'm going to put in 2 times speed just because, like, this one was like, I don't know, dude. I had no idea what to do. I thought about flame flingering the side, but then I was like, oh yeah, totems get killed instantly by Expo. So I was like, we're not going to do that. So I was like, we'll just maybe fireball this Expo and take out this Rico, Wiz, and Spitter and just try to get a high percentage or something because we're cooked. And that's exactly what I did. Because we were cooked. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how you're supposed to approach this base. Some freaking mid-ladder menace base. Log launcher up top. Still had no idea. The long shot just freaking rolls like King Von. Completely decimates the king. Like, just bends him over a table. No lubricant, no protection or anything like that. And just destroys him. And the fire spitter finishes him off. Pause. And then, you know, we kind of just send everything with the Warden to the side and call it a day. And, yeah, I mean, these are very common. If you use this attack, these are very, not this one, but the other base I attacked are very common. So, you know, the ones I 3-starred, copy what I did. Actually, I got most of those approaches from Word, honestly. But yeah, that's how we got the 277 day. Yeah. We got lucky as hell with our last defense. We got so lucky. Dragon Rider spam sucks now. Well, that guy actually, he didn't use totems. Usually it's totems. Kind of like this guy down here. But, you know. Anyway, I'll see you guys sometime. Probably not tomorrow. Unless we do good and it's worth posting. Because, like, I would post day to day if I had a chance for top 1,000. But we don't have a chance for that this season. Or maybe if I go plus like 100, maybe tomorrow or something like that. Maybe I will start posting daily legends again. Just because it'd be interesting. And like maybe I actually could. But we still very well could. All we need is a day, like plus like 100, and then we're good. Will we get that? Probably not. But, you know, a man can always hope. So anyways, I'll see you guys sometime. I don't know when that'll be.